Good morning. Happy summer to everyone. I am making this recording so that everyone can see me and get some good ideas to create a Father's Day campaign and send it out to your Father's Day list. Okay. So I am April Brum. I'm starting with my Send Out Cards account on a computer. And the very first thing I'm going to do is click on campaigns on the far left. I'm going to move my head out of the way. I'm going to click the plus sign and I'm going to name this Father's Day 2021. So I always remember which card I sent when. I'm going to click add card. And I actually hired a designer to make this card for me, but you can use any Father's Day card in your system. There's tons of Father's Day cards. I'll show you. When you click the search button and click Fathers, there's all of your Father's Day cards that are available, okay? Happiest Father's Day to a man who graduated from the School of Hard Knocks. There's lots and lots of Father's Day cards so that you don't have to pay a designer to send your Father's Day cards, okay? I don't want you to feel like you have to do that. It's just something I decided to do because I just wanted something funny and different, okay? So I'm going to go click build your own. I'm going to click this one and I'm going to click customize and I'm going to click next because I want it to be a 2-panel standard. All right, I'm going to click camera. I already have these JPEGs in my computer and I've already uploaded them. So in order to do that, you would click upload a photo and then you would find the pictures in your computer and upload them, okay? So that's how I did that. So the front of it is every dad knows you only need 2 tools. And on the inside left, I'm going to click layout. I'm going to click the full bleed layout, and then I'm going to click this next one. WD-40 for things that should move, but don't, and duct tape for things that shouldn't move, but do, okay? My designer is awesome. I'll put her name and information in the chat later. And then you click this one. And she created this one this size so that I could write down here. So that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to, I want this card to be personal. So I'm going to go over the left. See right here where it says first name. I'm going to click first name. And it's going to insert the first name of the person that's in my system. And I'll show you that in just a minute. Hope your and then I'm going to put my signature down here. April Brum, and bam. Well, I guess. There we go. All right, so I'm going to highlight this part. I want it to be a different font. I would always recommend changing the font. I really like Papyrus. You can say that however you want to say it. Some people say papyrus. I don't know. And I'm going to make this a little smaller. It looks like it might be sort of off the page. I mean, off the grid a little bit. So I'm just going to do 1 click smaller. And then so that this looks more balanced, I'm going to hit enter. There we go. All right. So now I'm going to click toward the back of the card. I want to make sure I don't want this to say, hey, the customer referral program is here. I don't want it to look anything but celebratory, right? So I'm going to go down to this card back here that simply says, here's why we send cards, and here's my family, and here's my contact information. That's it. So on the back of every card, you're going to notice there's a little tiny QR code down here. It's actually a lot smaller on the card than it looks like on here. That is a factory used QR code that matches the envelope to the card. It is not scannable and no one will be able to scan it when they get it, but you do have to allow for it. So don't put words and stuff at the very bottom of the back of a card because you have to allow for that little tiny QR code down there. So you see how I put something on the left, something on the right, and something above it, but not on it, okay? All right, now I'm gonna save and proceed to check out. And this is where the magic happens. Watch this, y'all. Trying to make this video short. That was my husband calling a minute ago. Okay, so I'm gonna send this immediate. I'm gonna go ahead and let it send because Father's Day is in 12 days. And so it's okay with me that this goes ahead and gets here, okay? I am going to edit the return address for this particular one. And it's instead of, yep, you got an actual card in the mail, it's going to say Happy Father's Day 2021. Okay. And it always wants me to put the state in there next. So I'm going to click Save Address. That's not going to change the return address on my account. It's only going to change the return address for this particular mailing. So that's also good to know. Make sure you spelled fathers right and it doesn't say fathers or something like that. All right, when I click Add Recipients, this is where it's super cool. Click View Groups. Over the last several years, every time I put someone in my system, I put them in a group. So if they're a father, if they're B&I, if they're a teacher, if they're a law enforcement officer, I have a group for that. So I'm going to click my father's group and I'm going to click Done at the bottom right. Now watch this. At the bottom, there are 44 recipients of this card that are all in my father's group, and you can see the names. So it's going to say Robbie, Happy Father's Day. Kevin, Happy Father's Day. Jeff, Happy Father's Day. Okay. So that's super cool. Now for this particular one, I need to go in, like for instance, Jeff Carney is not at this Bradenton address. So I'm not going to change it in checkout because then it will change it in his record. I'm going to go into card pending after I send this, and I'm going to update it to the church because he's actually staying at the mission house this summer. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and click Ready to Send. You're going to see that the cards look like they're free, but I've prepaid for them. So it's 44 cards that would have been $1.25 a piece, which is cheaper than Shutterfly, by the way. And I don't have to touch them. And then of course, 44 stamps. So this is going to cost me $24.85 for 44 cards. I'm going to click Send. And my Father's Day cards are sent. They're done. They're in the mail. Okay. So now let me show you how to change that. Click on Account. And then you're going to refresh so that they can go ahead and get in your card history. And then you're going to simply click Card History. When I'm recording on Zoom, it always makes life a little slower, but then you click Card History. So I'm going to actually type in Jeff Carney because I know he needs to have his mailed. So I'm going to click right here, the little pencil next to the address, and I'm going to care of Henry Baptist Church. Okay. And I need to, there we go. All right. So save address and send. Now notice I'm not checking this box that says update address, and I don't have to say I've verified this address. So save address and send. And it's updating the address for that one mailing, not globally for his address in the system anyway. Okay. All right. So that is it. I hope you guys have a wonderful day in the Lord and go make somebody smile today. If you need assistance with opening an account, if you see this and you're like, what the heck was that? Just magic. So we're happy to help. I have an army of almost 600 folks that are send out cards with me, and we make the world a better place. So you can use it for personal or business. Get back with the person who showed you this, and they will help you send some cards. And happy Father's Day to all the fathers. You make the world go round. So we appreciate you. Have a wonderful day and go mail some joy.